So we're east of Breckenridge, about 6-7 miles, and this is the rain. We got it all night and slept on a picnic table, and it was cold and windy and wet, and Hampton took the opportunity to roll in the mud like a sow, and that's the way it is. So we're going to head for Mineral Wells today. A little bit foggy, misty morning, and winter is coming. Get used to it. This is Cotto, Texas. Sign says 238 for unleaded, so it's not that long ago it closed. And this has become small town America. The little grocery goes out, and then the people go out. There's 2 houses behind this that are empty. The people got nowhere to buy anything small, so they leave. Get tired of driving to Walmart some 30 miles away or something. That's what happened to rural America. It's all a big ghost town. So Hampton made himself a bunch of new friends. $11 hour, 6 hour, 14 hour, 8 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, 2 hour, 15 hour. Well, it's about not a real big herd, but they're good looking. Aren't you guys? Hey, Hampton. Now here's a really big snake, and I don't know what it is, what exactly, but he's really long and he's starving to death, man. And we just leave him beside the road because it doesn't look like he's making it. Doesn't look like he's having a good day at all. Not sure what kind of snake he is, but he's had better days. And of course it's cold. Well, it's a really long day, I tell you. We're at a place called Brad, headed for Palo Pinto. Now when you're a bit short of food, you can try one of these prickly pears. This is a really big one. Big and purple, and they're actually sweet and very juicy. And I'll show you. Well, we're going to just knock all the fuzz off it, and then we're going to peel it and slice it and eat it. And you don't eat the seeds in the inside, that's all. There it is, and I just took a piece of plastic and I scraped these little, they're little hair spines. I scraped them all off, and then we'll peel it. Well, your hands will get purple, and it's sort of a little bit like a sweet beet, red beet, sort of like that. The inside is full of these little seeds, and it's really succulent. You just eat the seeds too, they're really hard. It's really succulent. It's a great fruit. I never had one before. I'm hooked. Well, as you can see, we have hills now, and the terrain has changed a lot from where we were. This is Ione Creek, Texas. We're on the 180 east of Breckenridge, Texas, headed for Mineral Wells. Four Crossings Guest House. Doesn't look very busy. There's the old highway bridge. Beautiful water. Could be some fishing in that. Here's the local cemetery, Brad Cemetery, but the town's mostly gone. Says that, 1877, in the 1870s, a young girl died as her family traveled past Thomas Lindsay's land. A short time later, Lindsay buried his sister near the girl's grave. This marked grave is out of Tump Mapes, October 1877. The Lindsay Cemetery was deeded to William and added graves in 1911. Shortly after the site became known as the Ione Cemetery in 1929, the land was conveyed to trustees Cosby, Fitzgerald, and Siemens. It became known as Brad Cemetery in the 1940s. The Cemetery Association was incorporated in 1973 with more than 400 graves. The cemetery continues to serve the people of the area, which means more people are getting buried here, like over there. good on you. There's a really old service station. Well, I can tell you, you don't want to eat those prickly pears. They'll make you sicker than a dog. So a foggy day, cold, wet, got sick, eating the forbidden fruit, and I get to Palo Pinto, a small Texas town with a great 150-year-old quarried stone courthouse and a main street that we're going to investigate tomorrow. And this is the beginning of fall and winter. Great stuff. Small towns, Americas, some like this are still holding it together. We're in Palo Pinto. It's a county seat. I'm not sure what county, can't remember right. But today is cold and wet, and I ache already. But I don't know how many miles, but it's a long, long day. And then I ate one of these prickly pear. I peeled it, you know, and ate it. It actually tasted pretty good. And man, my stomach, I started getting sick and nauseous and like fever. And then it just all come out, man, just like water. I thought, shoot, man, we're in trouble. Still had 9 miles to go to get to this town. So I walked up to a farmhouse and I asked them, can you know, I ate something bad, can you give me a couple slices of bread? And so they did, and so I ate that, and after about an hour I felt better and I made it to town here, but that really made my hips hurt and a little of my back hurt from, and it's cold and wet. So yeah, that was my first and last experiment with prickly pear, let me tell you. That was like drinking super triple X laxative. You will not make it to the door. Okay, talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to try to remember to tell you every day who it was that picked me up and what they did and a few things like that. I won't include their name. But today a lady from a nurse from the Breckenridge School District, she stopped and it was very helpful and talked for a while. And then I got to Palo Pinto and it was already dark when I got the saddle out the street. I mean, it was almost completely dark. And a guy in a white Cavalier stopped, and he was headed past Breckenridge, and he gave me a ride, and he's a stone layer. And that was really nice to get a ride. I mean, I wasn't hitchhiking 5 minutes, and I got that ride. So I'll try to remember, because they're some of the best parts of the story is the people that stop and they have gumption and they look and they see the saddle and they figure it out real quick, you know, and so they stop and say, well, I saw you had a saddle there, I figure you're up to something, so I'm going to give you a ride. And the other day it was oil rig workers and old rancher, and I forget who else it was, guy going to see his mother. And haven't had a Harley biker give me a ride yet, but we'll see if that ever happens. That has to do with the saddle and everything, but anyway, that might happen. And so I just wanted to thank the people that stop and give me a ride when I'm hitchhiking back to the bus.